Assalamu alaikum to all of my students. Hope you all are fine. Today I am going to take fourth unit, production function. Production function. Production function. What we call production function. Generally, in order to produce output, definitely we have to utilize inputs. To produce given level of output, we have to utilize inputs. What we call inputs? Inputs means land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur. Land, labor, capital, and means we utilize land in order to produce given level of output. For example, for production of wheat, rice. Means this wheat, rice, this we call level of output. Means how much 1 acre of land, for example, provides for 20 tons of rice. Means 1 acre of land. This means input. We utilize 1 acre of land to produce given level of output. Means that land produce 20 tons of 20 tons of rice. Means this we call level of output. Means we utilize inputs, land, labor we utilize on land to produce given level of output. Means we utilize these inputs in order to produce given level of output. Means what we call then production function. Production function means it is the functional relationship between physical inputs and output of a commodity. Commodity produced. It is a functional relationship between physical inputs and physical output. We generally write the production function. Quantity of X is a function of land, and labor. Land I will stand with K for understanding purpose, L stands for labor. Means QX here. QX stands for quantity of X. K stands for land. L stands for labor. Means it is the land and labor which are utilized in order to produce given level of output, that is quantity. Just as I tell you, goods and service, rice, wheat and service utilize land. Then that land provides us quantity of X, be it X and Y as Z goods and services. And we utilize these inputs, land and labor, in order to produce given level of output. This is a functional ratio of labor and capital. This is functional relationship between quantity of X is a function of labor and capital. We utilize labor and capital in order to produce given level of output. That is why we call this functional relationship. Now there are two concepts. One is fixed factors and variable factors. Fixed factors are those factors, I will write. Fixed factors are those factors Fixed factors are those factors application of which does not change with change of output. Change of output. These are those factors, as name indicates. When we focus on name indicates fixed factors, which does not change with the volume of output, like machines. These are fixed factors. These does not change with the change in volume of output. Second, variable factors. Variable factors. Variable factors are those factors. Variable factors are those factors. Those factors application of which changes with the change in level of output. As it changes, variable factors changes. Like labor is a variable factor. As if the level of level of output of labor is 0, yes, input is 0, definitely labor will be output of labor will be 0. Okay, yes. Then as what we call labor, why labor is a variable factor, why this machine is flexible, why we treat them as this, we treat as fixed factor, this we treat, and labor can change level of output. And in initial stage, for example, in initial stage labor, if cost of labor, for example, wages of labor is, for example, 200. Definitely, when his skill improves in initial stage, I am telling, in initial stage, his wage was 200. When with the passage of time, when his skill increases, definitely he will produce less. We will treat him as input. He will produce more level of output. Definitely at that time he will not work on base of 200, but he will, at least we have to pay him 500, 600 rupees wages, as his skill has now improved. He has a capacity or capability. He can produce more level of output. And instead of this machine, this is a fixed factor. As with the passage of time, its value decreases. Not increases. Its value decreases. Machine, as when we utilize indefinitely, with the passage of time, its value decreases. But it is only labor which varies with the volume of output. With the passage of time, its cycle improves. Definitely, we have to pay more wages to labor after doing work. These are few. There were two concepts: fixed factors and variable factor, and function, production function. In next lecture, I will take, yes, total product, marginal product, and average product with the help of graphical representation. Till that time, you have to wait and watch. I will return back very soon. Hope for the best. Take care. Thanks. Have a nice day.